Hey, you guys. I'm glad that you're here with me. I'm gonna give people a moment to go ahead and join up. Let's see what we got here today. So we have, there was the Nano. I've been doing like a lot of research for start off, like on silver and how it has antibacterial properties, which means anything that's an antigen or pathogen, anything that's a virus, anything that's foreign, anything that's a bacterial or fungal organism will die on contact of silver. And so it is, if we want to talk about uh, super minerals of earth, like we talk about superfood, like kale and stuff, silver is top of the line, and it's something that is naturally reoccurring inside of our bodies, but because of the way that we eat and the way that our parents eat and that whole line of lineage of eating a certain way, there's a natural depletion that happens in the body and that we have to restore. Um, and that's often why we're born with defects and we say that it's our genetics, but really it was because of the food that became bound into DNA that was passed down. So what we can do is start using silver water. There's literally a water that will start to purge heavy metals, such as the type of metals that come from vaccines, from your brain, ears, body. It's a lot of reasons why we have vision problems is because there is a backup of mucus, and a lot of times we end up getting a parasite in our damn eye, and they can live there in that section, and when that happens, you definitely need herbal eye washes for one. When we talk about parasites, and especially with it being in the eyes, because it's such a sensitive area, and you have to be very cautious with. um, to treat that is simple, just like you would treat anything else in the body. I have been learning about natural remedies and super powerful, will get the job done cure remedies for about 4 or 5 years now. Since 2014, I had started on this understanding of what bitters, herbs, what they do, what there are kinds that are prescribed for each condition that is a failure in the body and that needs to be reversed for perfect health. It all comes from what we end up putting in our body that causes our organs to function the way that they do. And it's all, even if you didn't put it in your body, sometimes from birth, because our parents ate a certain way, they didn't know what they were doing when they had children. And oftentimes after having children, they're still fed the poisons and metals that causes them to be overactive, as some people like to medicate their children for, because of, or distracted, or these subtle things that happen because they're put into public institutional schools that aren't really challenging a lot of children, and a lot of children that are challenged aren't getting the help that they really need, or neither is getting the food to promote intelligence and strategy and focus. So it all starts with what you eat, and it all starts when you're a child and you continue to grow from that 2-year-old to the 25-year-old you are now, or the 24-year-old now, or the 50-year-old you are now. But back on point, silver, the kind that you wear in your ears, and it infused water, um, herbal infused water known as teas. I use dried roots. All these things are good for maintaining your physical being and your also inner being that works and make your physical being work. So for anybody that may be suffering from conditions and stuff like that, you might want to look into just changing up your water. Did you know that with water, depending on the type of container you you put it in, it's going to end up transforming. That's why a lot of people don't like to drink bottled water, because it gets infused with the plastic, and then you end up drinking plastic. And then those that come across TURAPUR, or which is a type of filter that has carbon structure, and it's like super layer of like some type of technology, I don't know, but there's like different layers of mineral deposits that when water is poured into the container, the way it drips down creates free hydrogen, which is an antioxidant. And if for anyone that knows what antioxidants are, there are nutrients that feed the molecules and that boost your immune system and that will fight off antibodies. So it's the same stuff that pomegranates have. It's the same stuff that this filter is able to do for water. It's able to transform and enhance it to the potentials, into the structure that is the most potential and beneficial for the human body. There is a certain way to store water and have water into the body. Certain water is acidic and will cause chaos in the body when you drink it. That's why it's very important to store your water in containers that are containing of a natural or organic fiber, such as silver, copper, gold. These three. And there's even crystal like vases or water bottles that water can be stored. Even that's better than storing it inside of a plastic or just getting it from the tap. Or boiling your water. That's like the worst if you boil tap water, because come to find out, you're just increasing the fluoride amount inside of the water that you thought you were destroying parasites, antibacterials, and stuff like that. But we know there's birth control, cocaine, all kinds of medical drugs in our tap water, all kinds of things in our tap. So like, anyway. Yeah, so I just wanted to touch on something that had fascinated me, because I'm like, how many people, like, I don't know with me. Like, I literally be searching for, and I want to know everything there is to know so that I can treat my body the way that I need it to evolve. Like, so let's see. Let's get best friend on the phone. Where is she? She was supposed to been call me. You don't love me, Danny. Yeah, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it below. I've personally have healed myself from so many things because I question, what can I do? And I've healed myself from like different parasites I might have had when I was a young girl, and playing with kids, get the ringworm. And there was one time I had it and I showed my mom, it was in my hand, and we went to the doctor or something and they got a cream for it. But little did I know, and little did they know, and did the doctor know, that that isn't going to guarantee that on topical skin that cortisone was going to kill the goddamn parasite. Because what they do, they're a very intelligent being. They'll just find their way in your body away from where you just tried to attack them from. They're smart. They'll hide in crevices and they'll multiply because of the food given to them. It gives them the opportunity to. They're very smart. And I end up ridding myself of something, of a parasite that I think I ended up getting when I was very, very young, 7, 8, 9 years. Actually, I think I was 9 years old when that happened, if I remember correctly. It was around there. And then I started getting breakouts around my body, itchy and stuff like that. And I grew up, and then I learned about, what can kill them instantly, or, you know, within a few days what I needed to do. And I did my fast. I did my fast in 2015 or 2014. And I was able to fix any ailments that I had wrong with me. I used to have terrible skin. And now going into skin, we can talk turmeric and the mask that I use. I can actually show you now. I can actually show you now. Would you like to come with me on a vlog? Yeah, let's come around Khalifa's place. Okay, so we have I know this looks crappy, but look, y'all. And what I did was I had put a little bentonite clay in here, and I added turmeric and activation charcoal and lemon and a little bit of my free hydrogen water. And which, by the way, because it's an antioxidant, it's a anti-aging, that starts to happen in the cells because you're feeding it straight nutrients that will protect the outer layer and inner layer of the cell. Not to mention, I take enzymes, which is a concentrated form of plant proteins that goes into balancing my stomach flora, which is very necessary if you want to maintain like your whole body, because your stomach is your second brain. But anyway, we'll talk about TURAPUR we can do that on another video about free hydrogen, because it's definitely worth being touched on. Not enough people know about free hydrogen water, like water without the oxygen molecule in it. Amazing for the body. And it's what natural rivers create and natural waterfalls create. It's the way that kind of how water used to be when we didn't have like these water systems and stuff like that. But this literally, and my skin, I love when my skin has the glow hue of the turmeric, because it just really complements my skin, and it really complements any skin complexion. Like, I've seen German girls from Dubai, and this is a whole range of complexions. Indian women, you know, Arabic women, Lebanese, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if you have pale skin with no melanin, because it still it really does complement any damages in the skin that needed to be corrected. The bentonite will see to it. It's like an ultimate beauty slap on cleanser that you can use to clean your face and get a beauty instantly. That's what clay is, okay? Shout outs to clay. But yeah, clay is a shit, and so is turmeric, and activation charcoal creates such a beautiful blue hue. When you mix it with the bentonite clay, you'll see for yourself. And with the turmeric, it's a beautiful green. I wish I could have showed you, and it was creamy like shea butter, whipped shea butter. I didn't add a lot of water to get that texture by you, and it was just so nice. What's the nicest? But yeah, this channel, for you guys who don't know, if you're already here and you're 14 minutes in, then you love the shit that I'm talking about, and you are looking for beautiful, flawless, you know what I mean, looking skin. And I'm here to bring the tea. I'm here to share what I found, what I know. I've been using bentonite clay and turmeric clay for like years. And if we had to do a bentonite clay turmeric journey, this would literally be like the first. I've used it like over a year or two, and and my skin is just like, it looks so good. Like, mind you, it's moisturized right now, which is why it has a shine. But when I have bad breakouts, or even when I don't, my skin is just looking like, damn, you need something. You need something. bentonite clay is that before you put your moisturizer on. If you need that young skin to have that oomph again, if you've been exfoliating, right, and you've brought that new skin to the surface, clay is going to be your best friend because it's going to be able to refresh that skin that is just surface, polish it even, and not to mention that it's drawing out the toxins that is in your eyes, in your face, in your nasal, in your mandible, and forehead area. So your whole head, you know, brain, earlobe, all of it is working on all of that, okay? All of that. And I only need a little bit. Like, I literally took just a little bit of bentonite clay. I didn't use a lot. I didn't need a lot for my face for just for today. And yeah, this was amazing. I recommend this to every living man, woman, and child. Children naturally have beautiful skin. They usually don't need Tumeric clays, but yeah, so nice. So anyway, that's all that I wanted to speak on today. And I wanted to just share some pleasantries that I've found for those that are looking for tips with natural alternative roots, stems, and you know, all kinds of things that will pro-life the body so that you can look young, beautiful when you're 50, 60 years old. You can still have your full features, beautiful glow, everything look 20. This is why I do it now. Very important if you care. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll be doing another video soon. And so you guys can just tune in with me another time. I'll be here for you. And drop a comment or something. I'm around. All right. See ya. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, wait. Yeah. So to Tamara, if you have an open scar like on your forehead, then what you want to do is definitely use a toner after you clean it. You know what I mean? Because a toner is it's an astringent, it's going to tighten the skin and start to repair it back and make it back into your own complexion. And it's going to start to mend that scarring that may have happened from a bad pimple. But yeah, if you just use a little bit of bentonite clay, you'll be good. In 3 days, it should definitely look much better than what it may be looking like now. Actually, by the next day, you'll see results. You know, you'll see results, especially when you go to sleep and wake up, because that's the power hour. That's when the magic happens. Yeah. And okie doke. And then I do see that someone here is asking about the silver water. Yes, it is safe for children. And you're able to use it for your children. It's not toxic. Like you can definitely give it to your children. Highly recommend it if you did not get them vaccinated, because that will be their antidote to any viruses or pathogens that will find itself in the body. Naturally, it will, just like it does all of us, because viruses are in the air, on doorknobs, on people's hands, on your loved ones, on people's necks and stuff. You know what I mean? So you're going to end up getting foreign pathogens in you. But when that happens, you just want to be drinking things on the regular and eating good. So anything that you eat will be able to fight off anything that should not be there and that will take hold of your wealth. So you just want to make sure that you're changing your diet if you haven't done so. But yeah, it is completely safe for children, recommended. Definitely do your research though. And you want to definitely, you know, if you feel comfortable consulting with your doctor about it, if they know any information that will be helpful on this topic, then definitely that's recommended for you to do. But you do have your own mind and fingers, and you can use Google to find all the answers you may have regarding concerns for silver. But It's a natural substance that is a part of human beings and is found in nature everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but yeah, usually there's a little trace of silver in most things. So anyway, thanks you guys for watching, and if that's all the questions, then I'll go ahead and end this live video. Oh, that's cool. I wish I did this before. Which filter looks cuter? I like the rainbow. Looks a little disco-y. I'm like trying to figure out how to end this live chat, you guys. Okay. I don't know, so I'm just gonna okay. I guess that's it.